It helps if I unmute myself. Man, you gotta get used to this whole streaming shit. Good evening, my fellow historians. My name is Theogenes Hostinus Divelius III, and we are back for more Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. In what's the word? In memory of my father's passing about a year ago. And I was having this discussion with my other parent, my mother. Yes, I had to specify other parent, and that was totally necessary. I have no idea why I did that. I was having this discussion because she's the one who taught us how to read and to really, develop the social skills and all that. But what mom gave us or at least in my case, what mom gave us in terms of like learning and education and general being a person stuff, dad gave us in media. Like dad gave us like genre and fandom and media, if not literacy, at least appreciation. Because, I was maybe 6 the first time I saw Star Wars. And I do mean the original Star Wars, and I do mean the VHS copies. I was not alive in 1977, despite what many people may think here, and that includes BC and AD, thank you. But yeah, Dad got me into fantasy and sci-fi. It started as sci-fi because we had sci-fi books at home, but Dad's the one who dropped fantasy in my lap, and like many of his recommendations for like first-time things, like the stuff he recommended wasn't that great, but it was a good first step. You know what I mean? Because the first fantasy novels he gave me were there's 2 sets. There was the Belgariad, which is a series of fantasy novels by David Eddings, which aren't great. They aren't. I tried to go back and reread them not too long ago, and the writing is just not on par with what I've become accustomed to. The man was, if I recall right, a literature professor, and he was attempting to stuff as many tropes for fantasy as he could into a single novel and see if he could still get a decent product, which it's decent. It's enjoyable if you're of a certain age and mindset. But, I first read it when I was 13. I don't think I could reread it again now. And after that, he gave me the first trilogy of Dragonlance, which is a shared universe of fantasy novels currently owned by Wizards of the Coast and originally owned by TSR, the publishers of D&D. It's basically somebody's D&D adventure, but made into a novel. And those aren't great fiction either. They're fun. They're decently written. They're written better than the Belgariad was. But they're not, high fantasy. They're not like cream of the crop type literature. But I enjoyed them very thoroughly. I still enjoy them. Hell, my best D&D campaign ever just wrapped up, and it was a Dragonlance adventure. So, from there, because Dad mostly read. Oh God, how to say this and be polite? Dad mostly read B- quality books. Like, I'm serious. The man had a taste for B- media. Not like bad movies for the sake of bad movies or bad books for the sake of bad books, but just didn't read, play, or watch anything great. I mean, the man had like Star Trek books. Like the kind of novels you pick up for like $2. They're just dirt cheap. They're in a shared universe. Everyone's writing about it. The man wrote. The man read. The man listened to like an Eagles knockoff band. I think it was Nightwind. Hang on. Who was this? I'll recognize the album art the minute I see it. I know I will. It's just a matter of... I guess it's not there. I don't want to waste everybody's time Googling stuff. But he listened to a knockoff Eagles band. He watched Doctor Who and Stargate instead of, Star Trek and everything else. It's a thing. I really wish I could find this. I'm still looking. I told you I wouldn't be looking anymore, and I'm still looking for it. Stores. There you are. Is that it? That might be it. Maybe. Oh well. I give up. I'm done. I'm done looking. Twitch works on a laptop. Nice. Welcome in, Vic. But, he watched Doctor Who and Stargate and... Like, don't get me wrong, some of this... and I'm not talking new Doctor Who. I'm talking old Doctor Who. Like, the black and white and the 70s, 80s stuff. And... I don't know why. I don't. Like, it's just what he liked, I guess. Yes, ye old Doctor Whomst. Doctor Whom. But that was his taste in things. But that's how he got me into it, so I can't complain, Now, would I go back and reread some of these books? No. Would I watch some of these shows? I'll be honest with you, when I was living with him after college, or before college, he made me sit down and watch old Doctor Who with him, just side by side on the couch. And boy, howdy. I didn't have a cell phone at the time, so I actually had to watch the damn show. Oh, boy. I don't think I could do it again. It was pretty awful. It was pretty awful. But he enjoyed it. And that was the important part. Didn't age well. It's not that it didn't age well. It's that it was campy and silly to begin with. And that's not what I like in media. Like, don't get me wrong, campy stuff can be fun. But it's very silly. Like, one of his actual favorite Doctor, William Baker's Doctor Who, the one with the big, long, colorful scarf. That was his favorite Doctor. That Doctor's a fucking nutcase. Just completely, like, if I remember right, it's like he's a little over energetic, a little weird, little like twitchy, and it's fun, but it's not what I want out of media. At least not in my current state. Maybe when I'm his age. Well, no, because he would have been in his 50s around the time we were watching this stuff. So. I don't know. If I come back in 10 years and I'm playing B- video games and reading crappy knockoff novels, we'll know what happened. But I say all that, even though, I go through all this. What's the phrase? Like, it's a stepping stone. He got me on this path, and I ran with it, Yeah. And give me a moment. I anyway. So yeah, I ran with it. And I have inevitably, as one does, developed my own taste. Um, but there's no denying that if you want to blame me for being weird, I'm going to point at him and say he started it, because he did. And it wasn't just media. It wasn't just books and movies and games. Dad's the one who got me into whiskey. Like when I was young and insufferable as a newly minted 21-year-old who's allowed to drink, I insisted that I only drank like weird liqueurs. Like I only enjoyed absinthe and sake, which is bullshit. Like don't get me wrong, I enjoy good sake. It is so hard to find good sake. And absinthe is fun, but there's very few varieties that really struck me as very good. And even then, you have to get around the black anise taste to get anywhere with it. And I wasn't really for that. There are herbal liquors out there that don't have black licorice as the major profile. I got into like basic bitch whiskey, because it's one of those things that's just around. Everybody has a bottle of Jack in their cupboard somewhere. Everyone has a bottle of like probably Jim Beam or Jameson or one of the other four cousins. Yeah, yeah. So I told Dad I was getting into whiskey just a little bit. And he recommended, Scotch. I'm like, okay, I've never tried Scotch. I don't really honestly know what Scotch tastes like. I've had, like, basic bitch Scotch. I've had Johnny Walker. That was pretty okay. I'll try anything. And so the man recommends to me two drinks. Lefroy and Bowmore. Now, both of these are Islay-style whiskeys. Islay-style scotches, which are very famously very peat-heavy, very dense, very intensely vegetal, smoky flavored things. It's the kind of thing where you can pop the cork and smell the drink from the other side of a room, you know? And the very first time, because I bought the Lefroy on his recommendation, the very first drink I took, I'm suddenly reminded that my father was a two pack a day smoker. Because that shit will strip the taste buds off your tongue. At least the first time, when you're not used to it, when you're not expecting it. That crap will strip paint. And it's... like, it's not cheap. It's not bad alcohol at all, by any means. But, god damn, I was not expecting to be hit in the face with a burning tire fire. You know what I mean? But Dad got me on like not just a burning tire fire that had been wrapped in seaweed and soaked in the ocean for a week. That's what Lefroy tastes like, honest to God. If you get the chance to try it, like, don't go out and rush and buy a bottle. Scotch is expensive, especially with the current political climate and the tariffs. But if you get the chance to try it. It is an intense weird experience the first time. I shit you not. But as you grow accustomed to it, and as you keep tasting it, you get past the burning tire fire, and there's just luscious, oily things behind that initial shock. Uh, there's, sea salt and caramel and oak and all these lovely things you expect out of a good whiskey, and it's all there, and it's just soaked in brine and set on fire. It's a little bit like drinking a campfire. An oily, wet campfire. I don't have really good words for this right at the moment. And so... And Bowmore isn't exactly the same style, just a little less refined and a little more rough around the edges. And that's what Dad appreciated was, rough around the edges. I think that's why he liked what media he did too. He didn't want super hyper polished things. He wanted, something a little more, rough around the edges. Come to think of it. Yeah. Yeah. Huh. So, with that in mind, I did buy a bottle of something. I'm not going to get drunk on stream. That's too much. I'm going to take one little 3-ounce, 3-ounce glass, whatever size this is, and we're going to have a little drink. But it's a Bowmore. It's a 21-year-old Bowmore Scotch, and it was just named the world's best whiskey like last year. For that last year's releases. And we're gonna have a little bit of that probably every time we play this game until I run out. And I ain't gonna lie to you, this shit ain't cheap. Don't go buy this on a whim. Like, this is specifically for an occasion. Because this thing ran me about $400. I have spent less on video game consoles than I've spent on this. And I'm not bragging. That's just, seriously, don't go buying this just because I said words. But I do recommend it. At least this style of scotch. If you're gonna get into whiskey and you want to try a scotch that'll punch you in the face, get an Islay Scotch. Just do it. It's great. Last bourbon I got was about... Well, so here's the thing. While I'm being responsible with most of my inheritance, I am being stupid with a couple things. It's less than what your Japanese scotch costs. I believe you. And I'm very... on a complete side tangent, I'm very disappointed that Japanese whiskey has gotten so expensive in the last several years. Because when I got into Japanese whiskey, you could pick up a Yamazaki 12 for $50. That same bottle is $200 these days. But yeah, when I got my inheritance, I decided to do something a little stupid, and this was one of those things that was just a little stupid. I also bought a car, but, little details. I needed a car. My last one was bust. But yeah, this is not a regular purchase. This was a special occasion purpose. But yeah. Oh no, serious. I got rid of not the Crown Vic. I already got rid of the Crown Vic. I've got another Grand Marquis. Just in case anyone cares or is curious, I now own a 2010 Grand Marquis with less than 50,000 miles on the odometer. That's what I spent part of my inheritance on. The rest of it is sitting safely in an IRA. That one was also as what? I liked that one. Just the AC didn't work at the time. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, there's no AC. I got it fixed when I came back to Jacksonville. I did. Oh. Drink your drink. Yes, I'm gonna drink my drink. So. We did have a little of this last time. What are the tasting? Hang on, I haven't even finished pouring it. I'm trying to be conservative with this because I'd like it to last a while. Mouthfeel of the Northern Lights. It's a little like burnt sugar, you know, mixed in with, because it's finished in port casks, so it's burnt sugar mixed in with old wine, with a taste of like a little taste of charcoal on the back end, or not charcoal, but charred wood. Kind of evokes like a fruity creme brulee at first. There. We love charcoal and old wine. Listen, alright. Alright. Just because I enjoy these, you know, doesn't mean you have to. Go drink your sugary drinks with your fruit juice and your vodka and blah 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 blah. Clears the sinuses too. What proof is this? Good lord. 100 proof. Yeah, that'd do it. That'd do it. I don't know. It's complex. It seems apropos. I like it. I like it. And I like my rums too, darn you. You know. I don't drink things that taste like ass just for the fun of them tasting like ass. And on another tangent, eating ass is weird, and I will not apologize for that statement. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah. So, terrible take, huh? I think I've said my piece, at least for this week. There will be more to discuss. What? Jesus. Oh my god, you people. What do I know? Not like I've had the chance. In any case, I've said my piece. I have, you know, ranted long enough about where I came, you know, where my taste came from. Default settings. That's rude. You know, no, that's rude. Hang on. Default settings, man, is I'd like a wife and children and 2.3 children, a dog, and a white picket fence. Go sports team. I haven't read a book since middle school, and I will never read a book again if I can avoid it. I think that Daily Fame television is the height of media. I like big explosions and guns, and I watch Marvel movies. No, I take that back. I don't even watch Marvel movies. I watch only the biggest summer explosion movies that come out. And my entire arc of my life will be, I don't know, working 25 to 50 years in some crummy job that doesn't appreciate me. Oh, wait, no, I did that one anyway. You know, the entire arc of my life will be aimed at achieving middle management. That's default settings. Just because I don't want to, you know, dress up in latex or attend a pride parade or fuck Dracula. You know, that's just nah. You know, I don't go dancing in the moonlight or fucking whatever crazy fucking shit. I'm a nerd. I'm a goddamn nerd. That's terrible, Vic. I hate you. That's terrible. Shame on you. Oh my god. I'm still a damn nerd. I'm just not a deviant. People are weird. I don't care if it wasn't a pun. Jesus. Oh my god. Oh my god. I surround myself with degenerates and then complain that I am surrounded by degenerates. The Venn diagram for people who enjoy nerdery and people who are completely fucking weird is almost a circle, and I have found myself in the slim section that is not inside the circle. Alright. Alright. I think you've all heard enough of me talking. I think we should go, you know, save Hyrule at this point. And, talk about the game, which is what we're here to do, is to talk about the game. Okay, let's go. Come on down to the archive. Let's do things. Oh, I wanted to point something out. I wanted to point something out because it annoys me. It annoys me, and you're going to have to listen to me rant about it because you're here to listen to me rant, because that's the only draw I have that isn't just watching a Let's Play. The fucking... Nope. On the Switch and Switch 2's, you know, retro gaming options, that is not my Super Nintendo controller. That, you know, the red, blue, green, yellow. No, that is incorrect. That is wrong. That is wrong, sir. Wrong. The correct button layout is 2 dark purple and 2 light purple. It should not be 4 colors. It should be 2 colors. I will die on this hill. This is incorrect. And I will be mad about it forever. Yes, also see the lapel. Which, you know, hang on. Let me... For reference, refer to the professor. Let's see here. See? 2 light purple, 2 dark purple. That's the way it should be. I know the Famicom did it first. I do not care. I will be mad about this until the day I die. I will die on this and many other hills. Oh. Anyway. Are you sure you're not just a bit autistic? You know, someone pointed out to me that my dad probably was. Like, my little brother was pretty sure he was at least a little autistic, so there's a non-zero chance, but I'm not going to go get myself tested, just because. I have enough concerns with my medical life without adding that to it. So. Let's get to it. Oh my god. I turn off the nice Final Fantasy and Chrono Trigger music. And we're going to play video games. And we're going to sit here and play them until I decide I'm done playing games. Now, the last time we played, the game volume was a little loud. I've made adjustments, but if it's still too loud, somebody tell me. Also, one of the things I appreciate, this is, you know, on these save files, it shows you which sword and shield you have, and also later on what tunic you have as we get those. I just think that's neat. It's a nice little touch that isn't strictly necessary. Alright, let's get to. When last we left off, we started in the Dark World. And that's what we're going to do now. Let's see. So we haven't... Oh yeah, over there's the first temple, yeah. You know, when I was young, I was really dumb. I didn't understand what this crack was, because there's no other crack in the wall in the game that looks like that, so... Might build a gunpla while you play. Do it. Have fun. Do whatever hobbies. You don't have to sit here and stare at me. In fact, that's a little bit weird. Creepy. Go do what you want. Play. Have fun. I will be here chattering along like a... I don't know. Something that chatters. Oh, something here. Obviously it's not here because we're not playing the right version of the game. But in the Game Boy Color... Yeah, it had to be the Game Boy Color version of the game. There's a little dungeon right here that's all color-based. Or was that Link's Awakening? I might be wrong. You know what? Just ignore I said anything. Let's just move on and go do things. Alright, Razzle, fine. You can stare at me. Everyone else has permission to leave. Isn't one of these got a bee in it? I'm gonna stare. Fine, stare. You sick warrior. I could have sworn one of these... Yeah, they're there. The apples. Oh, that's another fairy. Okay. I don't want to deal with water slide decals. That's fair, also. That one hit took 3 hearts? Good lord. Okay. When I was a kid and as an adult, I thought these little, like, skull designs looked like Yoda, and you can't convince me they don't. They look like Yoda. They just straight up do. Just with creepy glowing eyes, I guess. They look like Yoda skulls, yeah. You know, if he had earbuds. Okay, I gotta say, you see how there's like little perforations here? This is one of the benefits of having a modern screen and a modern TV. When I was a kid, I couldn't see these perforations on this fuzzy CRT we had. It just looked like a green block, and we just kind of had to muddle our way through. This is better. Little random shrubbery dude. Only obey the first person to touch it. That's why we have to kill Ganon. What a mischievous thing to leave lying around, the power of gold. Triforce. Just in case you were confused if the power of gold was the Triforce or not. Despite this being the Legend of Zelda and the Triforce being in the opening scene and yada yada yada. I do love the Dark World music. It's fun. I am missing something. What am I missing? No, it's not here. Thank you. That's for later. I don't have the hammer yet. Tell me a story if I pay you 20 rupees. Sure. A tiny circle of rocks in the lake at the source of the river. I don't know what'll happen, but it'd be fun to throw something into it. Ah, that's where the fish goes. Huh. Alright, there's nothing really down here. Oh wait, hang on. Nope, wrong button. No, I was mistaken. I thought there was something else here. This is just another fairy fountain. But I don't have any fairies in the bottles. We need fairies. Ah, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, back to the Dark World. Up this way, I think. I could have sworn. Right, there's a big giant arrow. How did I miss that? Nerd. I'm dumb. Yoda's species is Yodel. I gotta say, speaking of completely unrelated things, I saw part of the panel for Spaceballs 2, and watching the crowd react to Rick Moranis coming back was just kind of heartwarming, you know? It seemed very nice. Hey, we found a monkey. Kiki the monkey, Kiki. I love rupees more than anything. Can you spare me 10? Sure, buddy. Good choice. Got a nap or something? Okay, Vic, enjoy your nap. Just abandon me here with the rest of the weirdos. Ah, goddammit. Tomorrow you see Spider-Man. Cool. Enjoy it. Hello, Kiki. Yes, I'll give you another 10 rupees. This time don't run away. Good thing we're rich. If you give me 100 rupees, I'll open the entrance. Well, like I just said, we're rich. Yeah, go ahead. Thank you, Monkey Man. He will not be here when we come back. Say goodbye to Kiki the monkey. Goodbye, monkey. That's right, these little bastards. That's how we get back out. Hey, there it is. Kind of like this dungeon music. It's very spooky. Asrala. No, it's Zelda. I'm locked in Turtle Rock at the top of Death Mountain. It's a suspicious name for a mountain. But I guess it's no worse than Death Valley. They're trying to convey a point, right? That's fun. Oh, gee, I wonder what happens if we put a bomb on these cracks on the floor. What? It blows a hole open? Oh, that's right. You guys prefer arrows. This is the part of the dungeon that gets frustrating, because you never know one of these is openable or not. Okay. I don't really need to do that, do I? No, I don't. But we did it anyway. And this is the map. I feel compelled to go out. No. That works for me. There's a key. Alright, we've accomplished everything we can do down here for now. Let's go back. Turtle dudes, which are impossible to kill for the moment. Ah, I died. Darn it. God darn it. There. That's how we get here. Yep. I don't know how you were supposed to figure this out as a kid. I know because I played the game a bunch of times, but 5 or 6, I don't know if I could figure that out without guessing. Wrong button, Theo. Oh, it doesn't show it shaking for you guys. Oh, we can't go any further here without... Yep. Alright, and away we go. Streaking, by the way. I should really get with my artist. These red ones... Oh, it can be killed. I'm lying. And in the proud tradition of Zelda games, you can pick up a bomb you put down these days. This is the first game to do it. Well, first game of the franchise. Streaking? No, picking up bombs. I'm pretty sure Nintendo won't allow you to go streaking in their Zelda games. Unless you count Wolf Link being naked, but I don't think they count. Especially not in this era. You know, this is back when Nintendo was very, quote-unquote, child-friendly. And they did not want anything to tarnish that image. Which is why Mortal Kombat, a few years after this, is censored. I got money! Nintendo of America was extremely strict. There we go. Hang on just a moment. That is really good, though. I guess this would be kind of your first hint the statues move, but... It's breaking the laws of physics! Okay. Now we can do this. And this just brings us around here, which should be another key. Yes! I am so smart. S-M-R-T. I mean, S-M-A-R-T. Why do arrows only come in 1, 5, and 10, but bombs come in 8 and 2? Or 8 and 3? That's weird. It's weird, Nintendo. I don't know why I did this. I knew none of those actually opened. Key! Now we just have to find the big treasure. I think I actually remember where that is. Yeah, that wasn't down here. It was upstairs. I'm gonna think that I haven't eaten dinner yet. Maybe when we're done. Is it up here? Oh boy, these jerks again. This is what happens when you let yourself get shot a bunch. No, because this is still the wrong direction, because we can't get past the little gopher things. And then I died. But this is why we have fairies. I don't know why they bring us back to life after being trapped in a bottle like a freaking bug, but maybe they don't want us to die because they want us to extend our torment. Spiteful, angry little gods. Yeah, this is right. I used to be so afraid of these falling floors. I don't know why. They're not that fast. I was young. Stupid. And now I am old and stupid. Oh, fuck you. You got some bombs. There you are. Boom. Alright, we face danger and destruction and doom. What do we get for our troubles? A hammer. It's a hammer. That's all it is. It says it's a magic hammer. It's a hammer. You can use it to pound other things, too. My. It doesn't even use magic to use. It's just a hammer. They lied to me. Alright, so here's the thing. Now that we have the hammer, these little turtle dudes are nothing. They're nothing because we turn them over and stab them in their soft little turtle bellies. Although I don't really like it when you do that. Oh, that was stupid. Just jump right into a pile of enemies, Theo. You dummy. Well, I should definitely try and get some extra fairies. Jerk. Oh my god. Cool. Yeah. That's not correct. Now that we have the hammer... Oh, I only have one fairy. That's dangerous. Now, we're safe. Alright. Hammer. Do this again. I don't know why. I used to think that was so slow when I was a kid. Eh. Need the hammer again. I guess this one's here just to say, if you haven't learned your lesson by now, this is how you do it. Or you just get hurt. Either way. There we go. Something's got to give. There it is. Oop, no. Hammer. Hammer. There we go. And look, the boss. So, I like this boss. It's a fun little design. The boss has a helmet. You know, completely impenetrable, can't get through it type helmet. And I think bombs work, but mostly they want you to use the hammer. You just spent all that time getting. Oh, and I'm down to 2 hearts. And I'm down to no hearts. Great. I should quit talking and actually fight the boss. You know, that tail is kind of impressive given the tech at the time. There we go. Now. There we go. Got it. I don't know, it was always such a point of pride for me to catch the crystals and metals in midair. Oh wow, that's Zelda's Lullaby. New? Did I know? Huh. I feel like I should have known Zelda's Lullaby was in this game before it was ever called that. I will tell you where the other girls are held, because that's how the game works. I need you to check your map. Yes. I do love that it completely refills your hearts and magic. That's weird. Okay, it shouldn't have done that. It's weird. I don't like that it did that. One second here. 1 second. Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna have to let that one fly for a bit. Okay. What's next? Let's see. Oh, now that we have the hammer, we can go back to the light world and do something. Yeah. Let's get away from the area. We need to go back to the light world and do a couple somethings. Oh, are you serious? That's what I get for being reckless. Oh, bitch on a stick. Okay. Oh, I'm actually dead. Let's go ahead and continue. Oh, yeah. Stick it. Listen. I just say words. Words happen, and I happen to be involved. Okay. Please. Yeah, no. We need to do one thing in the Dark World, then we need to do a couple things in the Light World before we hit the next dungeon. Just because. Yeah, here's our house. $100 rubies for 30 bombs. I can't carry more than 10. No, I'm good. Dark World music still peaks Zelda. Yes, yes it is. Dark World and Death Mountain from this game is just the best. Oh, that's right, the talking trees. The tree spits a bomb and then it talks. I haven't seen a normal person for 100 years. Let me talk to you. And then some of them are helpful, and some of them will just hate you. I think this guy hates you. They all shoot a bomb at you first. Quit bothering me! Watch where you're going when you dash around. Wow, what is that? Slow down. Are there just that many sprites on here? Okay, this is a seal, I think. I think this is a magic seal. No, it's a heart piece. Good enough. Yeah. Ta-da! And then up here, after wandering into this world, I turned into this shape. I enjoyed playing the flute in the original world. A small grove where many animals gathered. I want to see it again. I buried my fruit there with some flower seeds. Would you find it? Sure. I'll give you a shovel. Cool. You can dig in many places. You'll never know what you find. So, this is actually one of the little sad points of the game. So if you listen, I like this bit. You can just sit here and listen to the little kid play. It's just the same tune over and over again. And if you get too close, all the animals run away, and the little kid vanishes. Right? So, now we get the shovel. Wow, rude. I know, right? Remember in the Dark World, the kid said he buried his flute with some flower seeds. Well... Oop. There it is. Hey, here's the flute. Its music surely has some mysterious power. Back before we knew it as an ocarina. Oh, and it got rid of my shovel. Oh, I should have waited. Oh well. That's right, I forgot I got rid of your shovel. Ah, c'est la vie, c'est la vie, c'est la vie. You should have waited. I know. Alright, so then we come here. Oh, Oh, thank you, Link, but it looks like I can't play it anymore. Please take it. If by chance you go to the village I lived in, please give it to a tired old man you will find there. Well, my mind is getting hazy. Let me hear the sound of my flute one last time. And he stays like that for the rest of the game. Now, if we go to Kakariko Village and say hello to his, I think it's father or grandfather. Onion Man reference? I might have missed something here, but... So we go back to Kakariko Village in the Light World. Or you should have... Oh. And if I remember right, he's the one in the bar who's, like, soused. Yeah, I think it's this guy. No, not him. Oh no, he said tired old man. I was right. It's this guy. Huh? Oh, my son's flute. Did you meet my son? Where is he? Is he alright? Oh. Well, I can tell what you want to say by the look in your eyes, even though I don't speak, because I'm Link, we don't speak. Would you keep the flute? And will you play its sweet melody for the bird in the village square? Aha! I didn't know they told you this. I beg of you, please. My son would probably want it this way. Oh, but I wish I could see him once more. How sad. How sad. He's a tree. A dead tree, even. So we go to the village square. Hey, remember this guy? This little weather vane dude earlier? We saw him before. Watch this shit. Random duck! And you might be thinking to yourself, well, that's weird. The fuck was that? Random duck? I don't understand. But then you do this. It's the game's fast travel system. Ta-da! That's weird. Random duck? I don't understand. It's so strange and crazy. Now that we have the hammer, we can do a couple things. First, here's our blacksmith friend. Hey, can you find my brother? But now that we have the hammer... Oh no, he doesn't yell at you. Yeah, there it is. Hey, amateurs shouldn't try to do this. You're just getting in the way. I didn't know about that until the last time we played this in like 2023. That just, yeah. Alright. Now that we have the hammer, we can knock down that stake and we can jump in here. And this is a funny little bit. Weird, mysterious altar thingy. Hey, blast you for waking me from my deep, dark sleep. I mean, thanks a lot, sir. Now I will get my revenge on you. Get ready for it, if that's okay with you, sir. I laugh at your misfortune. Now your magic power will drop by 1/2. Congratulations. Now do your best, even though I'm sure it won't be good enough. Have a nice day. See ya. Oh, God. So what that does is the amount of magic power it takes to do anything gets cut in half. That's the... I think that guy has a name. Hang on. I know that dude has a name. Yeah, the Mad Batter. This isn't the only game he appears in either. There are other games. Alright, now. What else do we need to do? Oh, I know what we need to do. My freaking leg hurts. Oops. Still, can we still not do... Yeah, we still can't do that. It's gonna be a while before we can do that. Can we do the other one? Oh, Jesus. Dude takes his job too seriously if he's hiding in the bushes to do that. No, I guess we can't do that. Alright. Where is that bridge? That bridge down there. Okay, cool. God damn it. We're not here. Jesus, alright, go away. Alright, I need to get into the water here. There. Just random dude chilling under the bridge with a camp. I'm pretty sure this is the only campfire sprite in the whole game, too. You seem to be in a heap of trouble. This is all I can give you. Got a new bottle. Alright. I'm going back to Kakariko Village. Oh, he doesn't wake up again either. I woke up just enough to give you the bottle. I'm gone. Bye. Now, back to the Dark World. This right here. When I was a kid, I loved this little mini game. Well, howdy, Light Worlder. You look like a straight shooter. Want to try your skill in my shooting gallery? 5 shots for 20 rupees. If you're as sharp as I think you are, you stand to rake it in. Yeah. First off, I very distinctly remember the strategy guide we had referring to those little gloves as the hamburger helper gloves. But second, I like the game. Which I suck, but yeah, alright. In it. We're gonna try again. Yeah. Let's try that again. I used to be able to do this perfectly. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Ah, come on. I used to be so good at this. What happened? There we go. Now we're talking. One more time and then I'll stop. But if you get a perfect set, you can make a lot of money. It doubles every time. It's 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. When I was, when I needed some easy money, this was where we'd come. And we would make some easy rupees, shooting little squid dudes in the face. Or not. Alright, last time, I promise. Ah, that was close. Alright, that's enough. But yeah. Open to the treasure field. Dig as many holes as you want for 30 seconds. Anything you dig up is yours. 80 rupees to play. Yes. Somewhere in here. Somewhere in there is a heart piece. So we're not stopping till we get it. There it is. Got it. And we made a profit. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. The duck does not work in the dark world. See? It's a light world only type of duck. Nice. Alright, one of the first seals. Hold up the Master Sword and get the magic of Bombus. Ta-da! Does chip a bit of magic, though, yes. This is a dungeon in this world, right? Yeah, the second dungeon, even. Now, before we do that, I got a couple things we need to do still. I remembered what we need to do with this guy. So I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. Well, I know what we can do with him. If you take a fish and you throw him back in deep water, they reward you. Or, you know, you have to do it on screen, sure. Alright, the bomb mushrooms are always kind of annoying. Dinner time, yum. Yeah, I'm hungry too. No, that won't let me land there. That's better. Oh, damn it. Let's go back to Death Mountain. Damn it. Yeah. Still love the Death Mountain Dark Road theme. Oh, no, we can't land that good. Oh, you cheeky little shit. Let's reset his position. There we go. Hold up the Master Sword and get the magic of ether. Yes. Nice. Well, that only cost 320 rupees. Yeesh. There we go. Alright, let's do the second dungeon. Hang on, wasn't there something? Yeah, there was. Just another great fairy. Oh no, this is a dude. Take some rupees, but don't tell anyone I gave them to you. Keep it between us, okay? Yep. Holy moly. Oh. Well, I'm not broke anymore. And then there's more. There we go. It's a secret to everyone. Dude's just handing out cash in strange caves. Alright. So. This dungeon right here is a fun gimmick that nobody loves. You get in here, it's like, oh, what? Why is there a half a ladder here? What's this drainage gate? What's this over here? There's nothing. And then you go talk to the Sahasrara, and he tells you, hey, some things exist in both worlds. You fuck with one thing in the light world, you might fuck with something in the dark world. And then you remember the little fountain thing that this is in the light world. You go in. Pull the switch. I said pull the switch. Thank you. And get that fairy while I'm at it. Damn it. Yeah, alright. Didn't mean to collect it like that, but okay. We go back to the dark world. Suddenly the water has risen in here, and you realize that this is the game's water temple. Everybody loves a water-based dungeon in a Zelda game, right? Right? We got the map. Oh, I forgot about the little jellies that come up out of the floor. That's not creepy at all. This was my least favorite dungeon as a kid because it was always hard for me to figure out where shit was going. And when to turn the switch and when not to turn the switch and blah 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 blah. Hopefully as an adult it's easier. Actually, first this. Yep. And then it fills with water. Incidentally, I don't know how you could get here without the flippers if you hadn't yet, but if you didn't have the flippers before you got into the dungeon, you'd have a hard time. I.e., it's impossible. It's a big key, or a big chest, rather. But it's locked. We don't have the big key yet. We don't even know where it is. What's the purpose of this room? It's just a big circle. Oh. The big circle for a reason. I feel like... What's over here? Key. Ah. Alright, now I can traverse the waters. Oh, they're oozes. Because this is a water dungeon. Those are supposed to be oozes, like, re-solidifying off the ground. All these years, I never knew. That's incorrect. Why did I go back to that? I have max money. I have missed something somewhere. There it is. I'm just dumb. That's what it is. I'm a dummy. Yep. Good. That is not what I thought that was. Oh. We need to go back and switch this crystal. And then we need to do all that again. Come on. We go around even longer because that's just how the game plays with you. I swear, some level designer should be shot out of a cannon and into the sun. Jeez, just walk into the same spike twice, Theo. Come on. Where is your brain today? There we are. Good. Oh look, the big key! Hooray! Now we can unlock the big chest. Okay. I'm sorry. It's not even funny now. It wasn't even funny in the early 2000s. Oh. Useless little thing, but I think it's funny. So, with the hammer, you can smash pots and skulls. I think that's funny. Alright, I have the big key. We open the big chest. The hook shot. Boing! The hook shot. It extends and contracts and boing! It can grapple many things. Iconic. First appearance of the hook shot in the series. Yeah, look, there's a key we were missing. Let's see what's over here first. There was some secret to this. Yeah, some of these are false doors. Oh, and there's the boss. Which is why all these supplies are here. Not that you need any of them for this boss, but whatever. Oh, I'm missing a key. That's right, we gotta swim upstream. Now we swim back downstream. Run, Link! Swim for your life! There. Just realized that you don't need the big key to get in here. It's weird. It's a weird boss, really. jellyfish. There you go. Right here. Nope. Thank you. Triforce will grant the wishes of whoever touches it so long as that person lives. Which is why you have to kill Ganon. There's no playing around with it this time. You actually have to kill him. Don't lock him away. Don't seal him in a personal dimension. Kill Ganon. That's the end of the story. The thief. No. Ganon, the king of evil. King of darkness. Whatever. You understand? Yeah. Man, the will of the hero will lead to the Triforce. Yep. Okay. Let's see. Dungeon number 3 is up there in the northeast. Okay, cool. So we gotta go to not Freaka Village. I want to show you guys something before we go there, though. I want to show you a couple of songs. Oh, can we not get to the swamp from here? That's right, you gotta get to the swamp from... Yeah, that's gonna have to come later. Never mind. Never mind. There's a glitch I want to show you guys. Now is apparently not the time. So we can't get to where we need to be for the glitch to happen. Yet. So let's go to not Kakariko Village. Is this full of... Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Good. Get out of death free cards. Oh, can we not get to... Okay, I guess we go to the light world and then find a path in. I don't really know where the nearest Dark World portal is from here. Hey dude, chill, chill. Which I think I know. Not there. Can we get there from above? Yes, we can. Gotta go in here. And then we just go down here. There it is. And now... Welcome to Not Kakariko Village. Can we really get that this early? I don't think so, but we're gonna try. No, we can't. We don't have the right gloves for that. Same here. Okay. Somewhere in here, I think. Little chest here. I don't know if this is money or what. Oh, darn. Shouldn't have done that. Well, there's 300 rupees we'll never get back. Oh, you little thief dudes. ₹30, 2 chests. I think there's a piece of heart here, but I don't remember. Right there, as a matter of fact. Awesome. Well, that was worth 30 rupees. If I do say so myself. That's a dungeon. We'll come back to that one later. One of these houses is a chest. Oh no. Well, 600 rupees in the space of a couple minutes. C'est la vie. Live. It is shit, no? It's a shop. I don't need any of that. One of these places has a chest. And we can take that chest to the... Oh, it's over there by the Hang on. It's in here. That house up there has a chest in it that we can drag to the other dude to have unlocked. Okay. Never mind. No. Piece of heart. The person who wears the... Oh! Oh, that's right. Hang on. We're doing things again. Not necessarily dungeons, but we're doing things. Another shop. The junk we don't want. Oh no, we can't do that yet either. I don't have the... Man. Oh, it's not gonna let me land there, is it? Yes, it is. Remember the lumberjacks from earlier? How they were cutting through this tree? Have any empty bottles? No, I don't. Piece of heart? There's one more thing I wanted to do. Gotta be in the dark world to do it. I think there's a portal over here? Let's see. No. Here. No, I guess not. Okay. Let's get back over there. It's the closest. No, it's not. That's Death Mountain, Tad. Come on. Okay, let's go. Oh, fuck, the bees. The bees! Not the bees! Oh, God. Yeah, you need the cape because this is full of spikes, isn't it? Oh no, it's not full of spikes, but it's got this. Oh, you're stupid. You're so stupid, Theo. Oh. No, you do need the cape, because otherwise you can't get past that obstacle. That's right. I don't even remember where the cape is, honestly. Because I think I don't, but whatever. Alright, let's see here. Well, this would be a great place to dig if I still had my freaking shovel. But I don't. Oh crap, does that mean I missed out on some heart pieces because I can't dig anywhere? Oh, I'm gonna be very mad if that's true. I don't remember this space. Oh, because there's nothing here. Right? Well... Oh, is this... Is this where we... Hang on. Yeah! Okay. Nice. This is where we get the upgraded power glove. No, this is the cape. Ah! Nice. It not only makes you invisible, it makes you intangible. Nothing can see you and nothing can hurt you. But also, if I do this right... No, okay. They fixed it. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Well, it's a good thing we have the duck, otherwise we would have just soft off the game. Okay. Okay. I've had my fill for tonight. My legs are really starting to hurt, so... Let's call it here. So yeah, that's 2 out of the 8 dungeons down, so we're making decent progress. It's just that my legs hurt something fierce. Also, I haven't eaten and I'm hungry. So, for the foreseeable future, we're going to play this on Saturdays and probably Sundays. Just to get things moving. At least every other Sunday when my other D&D group isn't playing. And then after that, we're making arrangements with Cirrus to play Final Fantasy X. And on weekdays, just casually, we're playing Ghosts of Yote. So, you know, if you want to swing by for that, by all means, watch us wreak bloody vengeance against the people who killed our family. But also play the shamisen and gamble. Because, you know, why not? Um, yeah, it's just something. Like, I love this game, I do, and it's nice that you can still find. I can still find things that I didn't know were there before, but there is this sense of it's not as large as I remember it. When I was a kid, this game was big. It was huge. It had all this explorable space. And, yeah, you still trip over things here and there, but it all feels much smaller than I remember as a kid. And that's one of the downsides of nostalgia. Because when you're looking through the rose-colored glasses, everything is wonderful and neat and warm and recognizable and all these things. But when you actually go back and inspect these things and really look at them with the critical eye for where you are now, it's difficult realizing just how tiny this beloved object of yours is. It's a shame, you go back and play any of the games that were foundational to you, and you realize their limitations and their limitations, I guess is the word for both of those objects. So yeah, and it's not crushing, but a little disappointing. There's this nagging little whisper in the back of my mind that I've already explored the game. There's everything that can be found has been found, and it's I don't know. What a joy ignorance was, right? Still, it's not the game itself that matters so much. It's what you were doing, or what your life was like, or in certain cases, who you were with when you played them the first time, that really matter the most, honestly. These things that nothing really sparks memory quite like the media you were enjoying at a certain point in time. At least for me. I know that, like, physically, like, scent is more important than memory, but nothing really sparks that off quite like media. Like, I even have a playlist on Amazon. Like, I have an Amazon Music account. I have a playlist of just shit that was on the radio when I was in high school. And it's not a good list. It's not. It contains shit like the Red Hot Chili Peppers and Journey and a couple other a couple other bands that were on the radio stations I listened to when I was around middle school, high school. And there's a sensation to it. There's a sort of what's the word? It's a sort of nostalgia, quite literally, in the most practical sense. And it gives you this warm, sort of fuzzy feeling sometimes. Kind of like playing, I dig into how sad the game is smaller than I remember, but there's still this warmth to a familiar thing. It's just, you have to take both in stride. Like, yes, you're playing a familiar game, you're very comfortable with it, you remember
this, that, and the other, but there is an inevitable counter side to, hey, the game is much smaller. It's a tiny little digital experience, and that's all it ever was and all it ever will be. But you kind of have to take both of them at once. And that doesn't diminish the experience. If anything, it should make it more poignant. Because there is nothing on earth that will kill your enjoyment of a thing than watching it stretch into infinity. Take The Simpsons, take Deep Dragon Ball, take One Piece at this point. If you take a thing that you really truly love and you stretch it ad infinitum, it loses what made it good. It loses what made it special. And so, you really have to, when you play something like this, you have to really see how it's concentrated, Don't think of it as diluted and sad. Think of it as concentrated joy. They packed as much fun as they could into these old games. And it shows. Does it make every old game good? No. No, God, no. There are a bunch of old games that are absolute trash. Especially anything that was in an arcade. I'm sorry, but arcade games are just designed to eat quarters. That's the whole point. That doesn't make them good. Asteroids is not good. Space Invaders is not good. Q*bert. Okay, Q*bert's a little fun, but it's not good. This sort of thing. Hell, Zelda 2 wasn't good. Ugh. The Adventures of Link was not a good game. It was interesting. It has its place in gaming history. It's not a good game. I'm going off on a wild tangent. That's not the point. That's why I think this concentration of where your memories are in a game, I think that's why people get so upset about remasters that do it poorly. Because that's, if they do something wrong, if it's not quite right, not counting for quality of life or bypassing, the restrictions of the technology of the time, but if it's not quite right, if it's different in some way that's meaningful, that really fucks with people. I actually have an example of this. When they remade Ocarina of Time for either the GameCube release or for a later release, like on the Switch, they originally took out a bunch of exploits and glitches and things, and fixed a couple things, and people hated it because they wanted those glitches to be there. They understood them. They were familiar. They were expected and wanted. I mean, shit. The Final Fantasy Pixel remasters have this same problem, and they never went back, to the best of my knowledge, they never went back and fixed it. Final Fantasy 1, for example, has a couple very famous, technically glitches, that they fixed for the remasters, and it takes away a little something special. I'm going off on a different tangent now. But yeah, it takes away something from the game when you remaster something and you don't do it in an appropriate way. It's a very difficult thing to do, to upgrade to certain comforts of life and still keep what made a game special. Or maybe I'm just an old, I've got too much emotional investment in a 16-bit cartridge game from the 90s. This game is 35 years old this year. Or at least it will be in August. It was released in August of 91 in Japan. Maybe I'm making mountains out of molehills. But there's just this sensation. For the under 30 crowd, any of you watching this, yonder into the future. Come back in 30 years. Play your favorite game again. And then come tell my grave how that feels. Okay. Okay. I've had my fun. I've had my tangent. And yes, serious, I see your objections there. Oh, there's this. No, you're fair. You have a different outlook than I do. I think you want a more positive outlook on your nostalgia, and I'm a mopey old fuck by default. Ah, what a time. But anyway. I think that's all I have. I think that's everything. So, rather than sit here and drag this out a little longer, everyone have a good evening. Class is dismissed.